And hello everyone, I am the plane shifter phasing to the universe of Between the Flame and the Storm.
We're back.
With Jeffy.
And we have a perpetual motion machine.
Yes, it's generating all the power.
Wobble shall
slowly
bring a new
wobbling.
era.
Mm-hmm.
It's running all of our computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this thing falls over, I think we're all just, gonna disconnect.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I guess that means Jeffy can't roll any dice today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's consider every one of his rolls a 0.
Yeah.
Or considering his luck, just assume everything is a last 3.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so something dramatic was happening when we got cut off last time.
Yes, something very dramatic. So let's rewind a bit and try to get back into the swing of things. So you bought enough time for everybody to evacuate the city. Battle still waged on until like everybody got tired and like there was like the eye of the storm, a little bit of calm, but tensions are still high. And and around the battlefield, you see like the Storm Dragon King and the Fire Dragon Queen. They were like close to each other, and the Storm Dragon King's like, oh, now I got you exactly where I wanted. He prepares a big breath of thunder and shoots on her direction. Like you are all like kind of scattered about from the chaos that was just before. But like you can sense all the strength that went into that on that single breath. Like he was saving his strength to do that. And there's like the thunder is deafening. The light that comes out of it is blinding, and you kind of lose your senses for a while.
Everything is now like staticky.
Yeah, you have like that that beep in your ear, like ding, like
So
yeah.
a flashbang, basically.
A flashbang,
Yeah,
yes. You like kind of blind for a moment as everything pans out, and when you recover your senses and you look at the outcome of the breath that was shot towards the Fire Dragon Queen, and look to see all the damage that was done. Well, it's not the Dragon Queen that got hit. Thundera.
No, don't
Princess
Romeo and Juliet this. No.
jumped in between her dad and the Fire Queen, and like despite like Thunder Dragons actually having resistance against thunder, that's a testament to the power that the Dragon King throw at her, because she's looking terrible. Really she's not dead, but she's not going to make it.
I have healed one dragon multiple times.
That's
Am I-
way different. That's much worse. Much
I can
worse.
do it. I can
And-
do it.
And like the Dragon King, he's going completely mad at this. Like he's like, "What have you made me do?" And he's trying to lash out at the Fire Queen again, but that was a bit too much for him. He's kind of weak, and like all the dragons that were stopped around, they saw the whole scene of the dragon princess, of the Thunder Princess, trying to save the Fire Queen, and they are like still trying to make out what's happening over there. But and the Dragon Queen, she's actually saying there's no need to fight anymore. She's like, she wants to drop this whole fight out now, but the Dragon King is having none of that. You can sense on his voice like rage, and that he's holding back, like sobbing, trying to hold back crying. His eyes are dilated and red. He's having not of it. He wants revenge. But yeah, Thundera is still alive. Here's the thing though. Aloquin, you can actually heal her. But to do it in time, it should take a lot of energy, of magic energy. Otherwise,
well, we do have the precious.
We do have the precious.
Yes, although the precious is kind of a trinket. We also have
Yeah.
archmages.
We also have
Exactly.
archmages.
You have archmages, and you look at the healing archmage that was with you, and his stone is depleted. Like, he cannot muster enough energy, and despite the precious being a trinket, it holds these mage stones hold quite a bit of energy. But to release, it's just that to release it all at a short enough amount of time, well, you basically need to follow Clockhead's lead.
Oh, the chattering thing?
Yes.
Yes, do it.
Okay.
So we're gonna grenade the precious at the princess?
Presumably, we're going to give it to the healing archmage, and he'll blow it up in the
Okay,
princess's
fair.
face.
Aloquin can do it. If you...
Should I
If you-
go on settle down the king duty?
I mean, we definitely don't want to be trying to heal her when he might shoot another blast. He seems pretty worn out, but I mean, any lightning will kill me.
Yeah, no.
So-
His attention is on the Dragon Queen.
Yeah, but
Right, so...
Thundera threw herself between them, so isn't she like in the way?
let's
Are
say
they
that
in the air or on the ground?
on the ground. So let's say that Dragon Queen, she started
Hello?
backing off. Hello, can you hear me?
I lost you for a second.
Okay. So the Dragon Queen started backing off for a while. So they are a bit. They are a bit off from Thundera.
Okay.
And
I mean, I say we grab the healing mage fella and give him the precious thing, and I'll just do what I can, and maybe both of us together, because I'm not
all right.
equipped for quite this level.
All right. The healing archmage comes by. You give the precious to him. He takes out his empty stone from his staff, like wraps the precious on top of it, and he looks at Chess.
His name is Chaz.
His name is Chess. All right, the healer, Chess the healer. All right.
Chaz the healer.
And he looks at you, and the comparison is quite obvious. Like, he's not like super muscle, a super muscle guy, and Aloquin kind of is.
Okay.
A heavy muscle guy. So he just hands it to you and just says, "Smash it with all your strength, and then use the staff to help guide the energy towards the dragon princess."
Drop kick the armband.
I just real quick check. Sneegli, you understand we gotta do this, right?
He nods.
Alright. I will... This is this is probably monstrous or rough and tumble.
Just do it. You have an archmage by your side.
Okay.
No, don't need to. Don't roll. Just do it.
Just literally just do it. Okay.
Just do it.
Sure. I'll I'll put it down on a rock somewhere and just punch it, I guess.
All right. You do so, and there's like a big explosion. The light of this magic that is usually like a light blue is like so much that it's kind of white. You still need to point the stuff towards Tandara.
I feel really stupid. I'm gonna say that the explosion and, Aloquin screaming, "I feel really stupid," catches the attention of the Dragon King.
Just what? No, you don't need to spend all that. Like everyone's attention is being grabbed right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's
right, do I need to roll healer or anything?
No. Just okay. Hold the staff.
Yep, I do it.
And
she
does
that.
Mm-hmm. And the energy like flows through it and flows into Tundra, and like all the burns from the lightning starts to close out the exposed, like she was really bad shape, very gory like visage, and she starts getting herself back together. She gets up a little bit, cough a little bit of blood. And then,
the whole time I'm like telling her reassuring things.
Nice.
like, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, sweetie. Don't worry about a thing. This is totally gonna work.
While you're holding this vibrating staff.
Yep.
And pointing it at her.
This is totally gonna work.
It's totally gonna
work. Yeah. She wakes up. She's still hurt. Like it was a lot of energy. She's out of danger, but she's still hurt. She still has like scars, but like it's closed scars. She's fine, basically. She's fine. She's not looking as good as she did before, but she's going. Oh, sorry about that. No, Mr. Phone. Huh? That an harmonica. It probably was. Anyway.
Oh, no.
The Storm Dragon army began a dirge, but abruptly stopped upon realizing that the princess had been healed.
Oh, she's okay.
Oh man, a harmonica dirge.
The giant dragon harmonica.
Giant dragon harmonica dirge.
That's actually from the game Pyre. Anyway,
Pyre has a giant dragon harmonica dirge?
Probably. No, there was no dragons on that game. Anyway, all right.
Cannon.
She's she gets a little bit back on her feet. The whole situation like called the attention of everybody. Her father just jumps into her and goes like, "Tundra," and so does Ignore. Like they both like kind of hug her, and she's still kind of weak and like not both Ignor and the Dragon King barely notice each other as they are super happy that she's back alive.
Where?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
She didn't die, by the way.
She's good. We did it.
She's fine.
Oh.
Okay.
So, Glenda, can we drop the Necromancer act yet?
Glenda's like, you haven't yet? I kind of already forgotten. Because since she's just looking at the scene, at everything unfolding, and it's like, whoa.
I didn't even notice. I was still feeling cacklish and evil. Just wondering when to stop.
Are you telling me you missed what just happened? Are you saying you totally missed what just happened?
No, I saw what happened, and that's why I didn't realize I wasn't still a necromancer.
Okay. Alright. Because, I mean, I think I just saved a life from, the brink of...
I think you may have just saved the entire kingdom.
And I think that's going too far.
We'll see. I mean, this is the best thing that's happened all day.
Alright, well, what do we do now?
Alright. While you're talking, the Dragon King notice Ignor, on the group hug with Thundera, and he goes like, "What? You?" And Ignor just jumps back, and Thundera goes like, "Father, stop." The Dragon Queen approaches and goes like, "We all should stop. Your daughter just saved my life and almost lost hers. All the dragon soldiers around are just kind of baffled at the whole things that just transpired at that moment."
A gentle harmonica song starts floating.
No!
I spent a point to make dragon harmonicas canon.
from behind. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't fit the scene.
Oh, it doesn't fit the scene. It's a thing now.
Yeah.
For this setting, dragons created harmonicas.
Alright,
let's continue.
Alright, the Dragon Queen's like, "We should stop with this bickering. I don't feel like fighting anymore. The humans have a point. What are we even fighting for anyway? And this whole thing started because these two wanted to be together. They want to join forces instead of, hurt one another. And now I see that, yes, not all thunder dragons are bad." The king
From the
nodded.
sidelines. It's about time!
Aloquin just points at Sneegli with both hands, just listen to the mud goblin.
Yeah, both her pointing fingers, pointing at him. See? Even those tiny creatures can see this.
Wait, did you just call him a slime creature?
Tiny.
Oh, tiny. Okay.
Yeah. But he's a slimy too. His slime could work too, but no, tiny.
Yeah.
The Thunder Dragon King goes like, centuries of prejudice will not heal in a short amount of time. And the Dragon Queen replies, yes, but I think we've got to a good start. And just look at Ignor and Thundera hugging in the background. So, and they go like, peace, peace, and call out their bees, peace, and call out their armies. Send word to call out the armies that are scattered about. This war is over.
Yay! We sort of kind of did it! Yeah!
It worked out in the end.
We were here when it happened.
Did we actually have that much to do with it?
You know,
Not
that's
really,
actually...
that is A-okay.
I mean, mostly we just sort of got the humans to leave.
Yes.
Well, yeah. and saved the Dragon Princess.
Yes.
And brought the item that actually saved the Dragon Princess.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
True.
that was actually the turning point that made everyone convinced that they should not be fighting. And convinced the Dragon King to stop, because otherwise he would just keep going. So yeah, you had quite a bit to do with it.
Just
Well,
in a very
that's
roundabout
great.
way that
Yes.
involved taking down the elven regime.
Exactly.
I want to see the outcome of that, by the way. At some point.
Yeah. All right. So, as everything calms down and the battle stops, you notice a figure that was watching in the background.
Oh no.
A familiar thunder dragon.
No!
Looks that's still quite looking worse for wear.
Alright, it's our chance to kill him. This is it, guys. He has presented himself on a silver platter before us.
I think he's about to repent.
No, I don't think so. I think this is a present from the gods. Here he is.
He approaches you. He sees
Yep.
Aloquin ready to fight and goes, "No, I'm not here to fight you." And
Well,
he continues.
For once.
And he continues. When we first met, we had an agreement.
When
And
we
you-
first met, we thought you were a cool guy, but no, suddenly you turned into a dragon and tried to murder us a few times.
Aloquin
Indeed.
high fives him.
Indeed,
Aloquin high fives Clockhead.
yes, the circumstances got strange, and that didn't allow me to fulfill my part of the agreement. So he picks up his magical ring again and produces a bunch of coins for everybody
Oh,
to pay for your services that he hired you on the beginning of
no, I'm good. I am.
Of the adventure.
I want nothing from you. Stop handing me money. I don't want your filth.
We have established that we greatly dislike you. We don't want your money. Never come before us again. That is the best you can do for us.
Guys,
Aloquin.
he
Aloquin.
points,
High fives.
he points at the Dragon King and Queen. Peace!
You know, if you want to actually put that money in a good spot, maybe go help. Maybe use that to go and help build up the human kingdom or something. I don't know. I mean, you guys kind of wrecked it.
he looks at you and goes like, "You have a point." You have a very good point. Alright.
Alright. Well, no fond farewells from us. Just go. Just go and count yourself lucky.
He turns around and flaps his wings, and he's flying away.
The question is he well enough not to fall out of the sky and into a tree?
Do we care?
He's not flying straight. Let's say that.
Can we spend a token to have him fall out of the sky?
You guys are really vindictive.
Whoa!
Or Aloquin, anyway.
All right, if you want, so I can make him fall off of the sky. I'll take that token, though. And
All right.
And yeah, he hits a tree head on and falls off. He's still not fully recovered from Clockhead's explosion.
He takes his top hat off, throws it into the sky, and just screams, "Yes!"
Oh, poor guy, he didn't catch a break like the whole adventure.
No, not poor guy.
Not
He's
poor guy.
the worst.
He is the worst assassin.
Yeah.
He just tried to pay us off after repeatedly trying to murder us.
Attempting to murder us.
I mean, he was fulfilling the contract he signed with you at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
He's not
the
paying
contract
you-
didn't include him trying to murder us and him being a dragon. The entire reason why this happened is because of him. All of this. People died because of this guy.
Well, I would blame the king and queen more, although, yes, he was certainly suspect in following the order to eliminate witnesses.
Yeah, he was kind of instrumental, and he caused a bunch of chaos at the... It wasn't 100% him, but he helped out a lot to create chaos in the Elven court, and helped a lot on the creation of one of the Elven werewolves. We need to bring that concept back in a future
Poor
campaign.
guy.
You bit him.
You should have been a faker. I know. I forgot that was a thing that happened. Until, I realized I've been running around biting people. I'm like, oh crap, I bit Balin, I bit this random guy,
I thought you did that one on purpose.
I didn't! I completely forgot that's a thing that happens. But Aloquin wouldn't have, so I guess it was part of her grand plan and revenge somehow. So...
Yeah, we have
Anyway.
two new werewolves now.
I want to
in the
know the
world.
story of. I want to know the story of the elven werewolf tailor.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Okay.
All right.
All right. It's over
Epilogue
now.
time.
Oh, what?
Epilogue time.
Epilogue time, indeed. We've reached to an end. It was really... I was saying before we started that it wouldn't take long. It really didn't take any long. I was really at the ending. Anyway, yeah. The epilogue time. The human kingdom was a bit damaged by the war, but it stopped early enough that the damage wasn't too big. Everybody got back from the dwarven kingdom and back into their homes.
Well, we had to rebuild some after dragons fell on them.
Exactly, some had to be rebuilt. Yes.
Exactly what we were offered by Tiander is how much it took money-wise to rebuild this town, let's say.
All
It's a
right.
very cheap town.
That's
He didn't pay you that much. Did he?
Okay, I wanted to make it worthwhile.
all right.
Well, it at least helped.
Let's say that he actually paid more. And
Okay.
Fair enough.
he managed to convince the dragon king to give some money too. So yeah, that was like kind of a way of the dragon to say sorry for all the damage.
Without actually admitting that they were in the wrong.
Yeah. The Elven Kingdom is like going through some changes, hopefully to become a little bit more welcoming as new leadership rises. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that takes a while still, even though the elves that actually lives in the borders are more welcoming as they are more used to other species. And yes, Glenda had invited you all back to the castle once it was all over to give you some rewards for your help. As things
Now
could be
those we
much
might
worse.
take.
Yeah, because things could be much worse if you hadn't warned them. Like they had time to like evacuate. So the loss of life was basically non-existent among the civilian people.
Nobody got really hurt.
Exactly. And it was thanks to you.
Yay.
Yay!
Our incompetence paid off.
We managed
Yes.
we managed to bungle our way through saving a kingdom.
Roughing and tumbling all your way.
And Sneegling.
Sneegling.
Roughing and tumbling,
And
wheeling
sneagling.
within wheeling, and
Sneegling.
Sneagling. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are going to do with those tokens, but I gave them to you anyway. Alright. So you get to the human courtyard, like Glenda's there, the king is there giving a few speeches and personally thanking everybody for their services and giving them some rewards and listen to actually requests too.
Can I have bought a blue dress exactly like the one Sneegli got me?
Sure.
Okay, I am wearing a blue dress just like the one Sneegli got me to go see the king.
Yay.
All right. And Sneegli, how is Sneegli going?
You mean what am I dressed in?
Yes.
Simple brown clothes. It's better than the potato sack-like thing he wore before, but not remotely ostentatious.
I'm always dressed.
No, that's not true. You're not always dressed. Remember
Yeah,
when you
usually
first...
you're missing a shirt.
Fair. Fair. Well, I lost my best suit, in the whole elephant debacle, I think.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll have to do it my second best. I don't know, maybe I could pick up something nice. Who knows? I mean, this... Aloquin, what do you think about this one?
Guys, we're in
If you try on one more suit, I will murder you. Just pick one.
Also, we're already in the middle of the ceremony. Don't go
We are-
changing clothes in the middle of the ceremony honoring our...
We're backtracking. We're
That's a
backtracking.
flash-
This is
it's
a
a flashback.
flashback.
All right.
I would like it better if it wasn't a flashback.
All right, what red one it is.
All right, now back
So
to the ceremony.
Back
Yeah.
to the ceremony.
Back to regular.
It's request
simple
time.
programming.
Indeed.
Clockhead, does he have a request?
I'm actually pretty good.
He's pretty good. All right.
I'm quite happy with my current deal, I suppose. Just wants to. He just wants to be a salesman.
Maybe you could have an imperial trading license or something.
An imperial trading license.
It doesn't do anything, but it looks really nice on the side of your wagon.
It like with the imperial seal, making it look like king approved.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm the king of the human kingdoms, and this is my favorite card in the kingdom.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
That
buy
sounds
my
pretty good,
trinkets from
actually.
him. Yeah. Right. And he gives you a bunch of money too, because he's like the distributing money for all the heroes in the like, so Aloquin, what would you request from the king?
I guess, how about this? There may come a point where I would like a small group of soldiers to come with me to a far away ranch off in the middle of nowhere and clear out a pack of werewolves. Does that sound feasible?
He asks you to reason why you want to clear them out.
Oh, because I'm aware. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that does seem weird, doesn't it? Yeah, that's kind of a long story. But I will give him I'll give him a brief overview of
You
that it
could
was
just
my
say,
it was my ranch. Werewolves attacked. They took over my ranch. They turned me into a werewolf in the process, and I'm looking to reclaim my home territory.
and they killed your daughter too, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll mention that.
All right. The king says it's fair enough. And when you're ready to go back there, he just asks you to give the word. He gives you he'll give you an official letter so that people knows that the order was given, that you can have your what would be the word, battalion? No, I think a battalion is too big. Like
works.
kind of battalion of soldiers to go clear the place, and gives you a bunch of money too.
She accepts this money.
And Sneegli?
Okay. Sneegli strides up to the on the carpet in his simple clothes, carrying a map and a bag. He bows slightly before the king. Gone is the nervous, servile posture when when they were around the elves, and he holds out the map and points to an area on the coast. We would like to buy this place.
Buy that swampy area?
He nods
Good.
and gestures behind him. A couple dozen other mud goblins filter out of the crowd, nervously. We want to build a free mud goblin town.
Yay!
Yay!
We can pay. They all pull fish out of the bags they were carrying.
Yes!
The king's a bit bewildered by the scene. A lot of people like laughing.
Aloquin is crying. Just big proud tears like a mom at graduation. Like
the king goes like, this is a reward ceremony. Payment won't be necessary. You want to help free your mud goblins friends, you can keep your fish and you can have your land.
He gives a small bow again. Thank you very much, Lord. Or whatever the proper honorific is for this king.
Majesty?
We don't actually know his name.
Yeah. I don't think I have ever said it, because, once again, I'm a bad namer.
Shall I jot one down?
doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. But could matter on future campaigns. But anyway, we could do that like off camera afterwards.
As he steps back to stand with the rest of the party, he leans over to Aloquin. You know, we could use an experienced homesteader.
And a healer.
And a healer, yes.
And a guard dog.
Shifty, that was the meanest thing! I mean, I don't...
The mud goblins are looking at her hopefully with big eyes.
I've never really lived in a swamp, but...
Oh, this is a nice swamp. We've been talking to Reginald because he's the guy from maps. And there's lilies and mangroves, and there's a bunch of caves set into the cliff. And when the tide is high, the sea rises up into the river. So sometimes you have freshwater fish, and sometimes you have saltwater fish, and it's going to be a great place to live. And there's bats everywhere, so no mosquitoes.
You know what? That sounds good for a while. I mean, at least until you guys get, settled in. Yeah. I'd love to teach you guys a thing or two about, making it out in the wild. Sure.
The mud goblins give a little cheer.
She kind of crouches down and starts introducing herself to every mud goblin. And then she kind of looks up at Clockhead. What's he up to?
My lord.
Oh, he's talking to the king again. Okay.
I have had something on my mind for a while, and...
Is it a man named Jacob?
Yes. I admit, I completely understand and I completely admit he was a terrible person, but he's still a part of me. And I want him to be able to rest. And I would like either by myself, chances are it should be under very close supervision. I want to help finish what he started, but in a way that won't hurt anyone.
He looks at you and says, all right, but that's a matter you should take to the archmages They will decide what it would be better in the situation, since it involves magic. The king's not an archmage, by the way. He's just a nice guy.
Just a nice guy with some royal blood.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yay.
So you also get a little time after. You also get invited to a marriage. I think you already guessed who.
Congratulations,
Will there be
Glenda and
harmonicas?
Reginald.
No, not exactly. I'd say they are a bit bigger.
Did a shrinking spell go awry then?
The "Here Comes the Bride" is, of course, played on that harmonica, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clockhead is just crying. My boy! He's all grown up!
Well, he's kind of a prince now. Nobody's going to ignore him anymore, are they?
Sneegli, dripping with sarcasm. I remember when he first tried to kill us.
I remember when I first figured out what in the world was going on, and I was pretending to be a puppy. Yep.
I remember that one time I pretended to die.
That was genius. And Sneegli, you were the weirdest distraction. So.
Look at where we are now.
This was all very unlikely.
All right.
All right.
And what's the future of your characters? Do you have anything that you want to add, like an epilogue for your characters that you would like to say or something? Or are you good?
I'm good, I think. We know what we're doing.
Yes.
Yep, I'm running away with mud goblins.
Which I believe is the perfect place for you.
I believe so too. We're gonna see each other once in a while, Clockhead? Can you be our official mud goblin
Top export fish.
export? Yeah.
Fish export.
That sounds very good, actually.
Yay.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I might have to get a different cart, because my cart isn't exactly food transport. I'm gonna need the fish cart.
Yeah. Talk to Glenda. Maybe she can get you a floating cart so you can get to the front easier.
Oh, yes. The only thing that could possibly make that better is if it is in the shape of a fish. I will certainly come see you again. This has been a weird, terrifying, but an amazing venture.
That is a really good way to put it. Yeah.
You mean normal life outside of the Elven Kingdoms isn't like this all the time?
You lived in a cave.
You lived in a cave for
Don't
one.
act. Don't act like you don't know what boredom is. No witty retort? Fine.
No.
No,
Just
fine.
sniggling.
I think we heard his feeling.
He's sniggling, which is a combination between sneegling and sniggering.
Sure.
Hey, Sneegli?
Yes?
I don't know if I probably did apologize. But I'm sorry about hitting you in the face with my cane.
I'm sorry about the tooth marks on it.
Wait, there are two. Oh, I completely forgot.
Well, we gotta be going. Bye.
Bye.
Yay! And
Yay.
that concludes our adventure. And this is Tabletop Simulator, so...
No.
But I was going to have everybody say goodbye to our perpetual motion. Goodbye to our perpetual motion machine. Oh well.
And now it's just falling forever,
I guess now we have another
Roleplay
perpetual
rain.
motion machine. Oh,
We
no,
still have
they're gone.
pizza as concept.
Yes.
Now we have not. Yeah, we still have. That is eternal. The eternal pizza. Alright.
So, yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter.
And we're us because we haven't decided what to name our group yet.
Yes. And hopefully we can do this again.
Yes.
This was
In
fun.
fact, we're
I like-
planning on it.
Indeed.
Ooh, this was fun. I like it. I enjoyed it quite a lot.
Indeed. Thank you, Shifty.
Thank you guys for
Thank you,
playing with
Shifty.
me. And
No problem.
Thanks, God.
yeah. And we are phasing out.
Bye.
See ya.